Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is James Burson with another video for P.O.C. Point of Conversation. In today's P.O.C. Point of Conversation, we're going to be coming to you from the scripture Philippians 4:6, and it talks about be anxious about nothing, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, make your requests known unto God, or present your request to God. Now, real quick, gonna touch on this topic. When it's talking about not being anxious for anything, it's talking about really. This is talking about learning how to pray. In other words, when new challenges arise, when there's a new relationship that is sparked that you're interested in, something in the business aspect, and there's a business relationship going on that you're interested in. What it's saying is don't overwhelm yourself with if it's going to go right, if this is meant to be, if everything that's supposed to be there is in place. What it's saying is you give that to God and make the request known. So in other words, for example, in a relationship, you find somebody that you're interested in, but you're unsure of what this person's motives are, what their intentions are, and if they're really for you, and you know you're a long-term person. With Thanksgiving, you give your request to God. That prayer and petition is saying, okay, well, if she's really for me, then what will happen is she won't have the mindset of being boyfriend girlfriend. She'll be looking at husband and wife. She'll be looking at a future down the line, building a marriage together and being able to have something that's stable. She'll understand that God is the foundation. You start with God, you end with God. Those if and then statements, that's putting your petition of, if she's for you, then these things will happen. This will happen in the conversation. So now you have the opportunity to just wait for that to present itself, to know that if that's for you. Same thing with the business aspect. You meet a new business partner and you guys are going back and forth. You're talking about finances, integrating in employees, what the pros and the cons are to your businesses, and how you balance each other out, how you can mix and integrate. And so it sounds good talking about it, sounds good on paper, but how do you know that it's really worth it, or this is what's supposed to happen? You petition that out to God with prayer and thanksgiving. You give that request to God. You start with God, you end with God. Have the conversation. When it's done, okay, God, had this conversation with another potential business partner. Everything sounds good on paper. I'm just not too sure, and I don't want to put my neck out there and end up getting burned, because it's going to require integration. It's going to require financial support. How do I know this is for me? Or if this is for me, that's the question you're asking. Then what you will say is, if this is for me, then we have a budget of 10,000 for this. He will come within the budget range between 6 and 7,000, giving us a $3,000 cushion for personnel. The budget that we have set for employees to go and hang out and mix and mingle and bring up the morale, they will stay within the $8,000 budget. And realistically, we're looking to be somewhere between 4 and 5. They will fit within those budgets, within those standards. And when it comes to integrating, if this is really going to work, then what we'll come to an agreement on is we will split split the profits 50-50, and we will split our personnel down the middle, and we'll integrate, we'll share two of our best employees, and we'll swap. And this secretary will be better on my side, my secretary will be better on their side. I have this custodian on this side, they have that custodian. We'll switch, and those two will work better for our businesses, and the integration, and everything will go fine. Those little things, it may sound like it's nothing, but those things make the biggest difference. And having that conversation with God, starting with God, ending with God, is the biggest thing. So that's it. Just wanted to touch on a couple things. So that anxiety, that worry, don't get too frustrated about it. Put those requests up to God, those if and thens. Let me know what you guys think. This is James Burson with another video for P.O.C. Putting the conversation over and out. Shalom, everybody.